That's what I get for leaning into the best friend. Now I've got one more accent, two less hands here.
Day number 1. So it's a really good morning. I just managed somehow to get early. I got up at 4:30 today. So I just want to quickly share about my, oh no, it's already 6 a.m. I just want to share shortly about, I just read for 15 minutes some parts of this book, Atomic Habits. So I read about Diderot's effect and about about an experiment. Let me tell you quickly. So there was an experiment. Students were divided into 3 groups, and within 2 weeks they'll have to exercise. And the first group was told just exercise, and the second group was also supposed to exercise, and they were given some information that why they need to exercise. And the next group, the third group, was also given the same things as the second group, but also they would write beforehand. They would plan where and what at what time to do exercises. So as a result, the first and second groups were doing only this. The students of the first and the second group were doing only about 35 and 38 people were doing exercises, and the students of the third group, at least one person was doing exercise per week. So it means that when we plan the time and location of a new habit, it's more likely to be done. So we need to be clear. Not only so I'm going to read next week every day. Not only for example, if you want to start reading, it will not be accomplished just by itself. We have to choose the right and the time and location, and then it's more likely to happen. So about your Diderot's effect. So there was a man called Diderot. So he was, in his entire life, he was poor, and so it was time to his daughter was going to be going to marry. But he wrote encyclopedia, and the Queen of Russia, the great Ekaterina, she found out about his poverty, and she decided to buy the whole of his library for 1,000 pounds. So it's about $150,000. First, he decided to buy only just, what was that? Kind of, I didn't remember. So he decided to buy. He could afford not only the wedding of his daughter, but also to buy some stuff for himself. So it happened that little by little he bought stuff. First he bought a mirror, and then bought something else. So it continued. The same happens with us. When we just buy a car for ourselves, we buy something else. And when we buy a toy for our kid, then we also buy accessories for it. So it goes like this. This is called just a chain, and this is also customer chain, stuff like this, something like this. And also this is called Diderot's effect. we can use it when we make a new habit. Like, for example, I want so we can stick a new habit to something, to a habit that already exists. For example, I have a habit switching phone. Yeah, we all of us have, just scrolling. Before starting scrolling, I will read for 5 minutes, something like this. So
Still the same kid, falling hard for affection, and it hurts so bad when it's over. When we both wake